food. You needed to survive, your friends and family needed to survive. I don't need it since I'm just some pixels on the screen in an already recorded video.
Hi.
YouTubers love making it. You have YouTuber candy, YouTuber chocolate, cookies with vitamin D marketed to people who never touch grass, and I feel personally targeted. You have mold-infested Lunchly, and you have YouTubers reviewing mold-infested Lunchly. But this video will for once not focus on the overpriced hype food products we all love shitting on, but none of us actually buy. $4 chocolate? Screw that. No, this video will focus on the overpriced essential foods we need and consume in everyday life. Because, just as with everything in our notoriously selfless society that is essential to a human's daily life to function, there's about $40 billion in annual fraud involved. Sawdust and sanding grounded pepper shakers, twigs in my coffee. How did these even get in here? Olive oil with no olives? Ugh, what do you think, this wasabi is real? They couldn't even afford to put real grass on your plate. For real though, only about 1 to 5% of American wasabi contains any actual wasabi instead of just cheap horseradish. The entire food industry is filled with scams and fraud, taking both your money and health. But who would be so brave to set their health on the line, so selfless, to expose and compare these fake and fraudulent food products? So stupid, I might add, so dumb to waste money on products they know are likely fake and might make them ill. It's me. All to dive into the world of imposter foods. But first, a little bit of history on food fraud. It's probably not gonna be that much since I can't imagine we've been scamming each other out of vital daily necessities like food that much. In ancient Greece, 300 BC, I'm sure you don't have to go that far back. No, I do. Food fraud has been documented since 300 BC when Theodotus wrote about replacing peppercorns with clay. Okay, but that was probably like a one-time thing 2,300 years ago. Can you just move on a little? Oh, gotcha. Okay. You mean the Middle Ages, where we sold deadly rotten meat? Or the 1800s, where we tried saving costs by using lethal doses of lead, arsenic and mercury to make candy more colorful for kids to eat? Poisoning kids? Jesus, we're one messed up species. How about 1970s US-based Syntex Corporation tried saving money by selling baby formula with almost no nutrients, causing the deaths of babies or leaving them with severe malnutrition. Oh my god, killing babies? 1981, selling of industrial oil as cooking oil, killing over 1,000 people and disabling more than 25,000. Please stop. Of a previously unrecorded condition, now please just stop. Oil syndrome. 1985, putting antifreeze to dilute and sweeten wine. Please no more. Can you please just? Producers added industrial methanol to cheaply increase alcohol content without fermentation, leading to consumer deaths. I can't do this anymore. I gotta get out of here. Please help me. Please help me get out of here. Someone. Elderly. I've got it. I'm just gonna put in my noise-cancelling Raycon everyday earbuds. Because this video is sponsored by Raycon. Even though Raycon comes with features we expect from the big boys out there, such as ANC, they do so without the big boy prices. They come in beautiful colors, this light purple one being my favorite, and I've been using my everyday earbuds for about half a year now. While working out. 1,000? Because they're water and sweat resistant and their ergonomic design prevents them from falling out while shopping, so I don't have to listen to my grocery store still looping Despacito in 2025. Phew. I know what you're thinking. Well, with noise cancelling on, you're not gonna understand the cashier and you're gonna look like a dumbass at checkout. But with just one touch, I can switch to awareness mode. I said that'll be $300, sir. And here are my surroundings. What? This is a 20. Are you stupid or something? They have a 30-day happiness guarantee. So if you want to check them out, go to buyraycon.com/soggy to get up to 20% off site-wide. Thank you Raycon for sponsoring this video, and thank you so much for clicking these links because it really helps me out making videos for you guys. Oh yeah, I was making video for you guys. 2008, another deadly baby formula scandal causing kidney failure, this time in China, with over 300,000 babies falling ill and 6 deaths. How are we now in the 2000s and back to killing babies? 2013, horse meat being sold off as beef throughout Europe. To this day, about 1/3 of fish sold are being mislabeled, especially snapper and tuna, the latter often replaced with cheap and explosive diarrhea causing... Okay, we get it. There's a lot of food fraud throughout history. About $40 billion annually to this day, yeah. Right, yeah, we all love killing babies, children, and everyday people for slightly larger profit margins. But let's see just how bad food fraud is today by going shopping. So I went to my local store to go buy the most consumed everyday food products that are notoriously commonly used for food fraud. Snoop Dogg wine? Well, I'm not buying that shit. And ended up spending about $70 on things that are likely scams, might make me ill, damage my liver, or, with one of these 5 specifically, might give me explosive diarrhea for the coming few days. And that's because these are being sold as albacore, also known as white tuna, which is so frequently used in food fraud. It's one of the main reasons I wanted to make this video. See, one of my main goals for 2025 is to kill babies with cheap baby formula for increased revenue. Wait, no, that's the wrong business ID. I meant get more fit. And since I heard that tuna is a great source for protein, I started doing some research and found out that across the US, about 1 out of every 3 fish is being mislabeled to sell cheaper species at higher prices. With one of the most commonly mislabeled fish being tuna, 59% of fish labeled tuna sold at restaurants and grocery stores in the US is actually not tuna. And the most common cheap fish for being mislabeled and sold as albacore or white tuna is escolar. And unlike tuna, which is healthy and good for working out, escolar contains indigestible wax esters and is infamous for causing cramps and, I quote, causes prolonged, uncontrollable, oily anal leakage. This already looks like uncontrollable oily anal leakage. Oh well. Now I bought all 5 available varieties and brands of white tuna cans available at my local grocery store to maximize my chances at discovering mislabeling and as a result experience explosive diarrhea, a phenomenon I'm really looking forward to. Thus, for the next couple days, I'm living on a white tuna based diet in the hope that none are actually escolar. Well, let's hope that I don't crap my pants, cause I forgot to buy adult diapers. Let me put that on my shopping list. Adult diapers. And that's 1 out of 5 tuna cans done. Now on to one of the most commonly faked food products in human history. Olive oil. What the f***? While investigating food fraud, one product kept popping up.
Olive oil.
Olive oil.
Olive oil.
Olive oil because you've heard it's good for you.
Olive oil. In ancient Rome, Spain, Greece, Italy, New Jersey, which is basically the same thing as Italy, and it affects the global supply of olive oil. Luckily, to test out if I've been scammed, I don't need to drink every olive oil I buy. Instead, I can just put on a bald cap and glasses and say, "Hey Vsauce, Michael here. Do you know that you can test the authenticity of your olive oil through solidification? A process I just can't explain because actually I'm neither bald nor need glasses. But what it means is that by pouring all your different kinds of olive oil in small cups and putting them in the fridge, well, real olive oil should harden, while the ones diluted with cheaper and unhealthier vegetable oils should stay fluid." Now, while the olive oil is cooling down, let me tell you about this sting of betrayal I felt when finding out that my favorite drink, coffee, is also a common subject of food fraud. Now, if you buy coffee beans, you might be paying for inferior beans, marketed as more expensive ones, but at least you're getting 100% coffee. Turns out that with ground coffee, you might instead be getting ground sticks, barley, burnt acorns, and wheat. Now I'm not taste testing full spoons of ground coffee because that would make the white tuna tests obsolete, since I'd probably die pooping out my intestines. And unless you have a high performance liquid chromatography device, there is no simple and reliable way to see if your ground coffee has been largely mixed with cheaper products, possibly with poop.
It has been cut with anything that's brown.
Same thing with ground pepper, saffron, and most other spices. All you can do is accept the fact you're partly paying to drink twigs and eat sand, or you could just buy the ungrounded version. And even then, there's still a chance they're being faked and you're being scammed. With cinnamon, you should buy this light color or buy these sticks, because that means it's likely high quality and healthy Ceylon cinnamon, instead of this darker color or these sticks, because that's cheap cassia cinnamon stores try to sell you at higher prices, which can cause liver damage. And also tastes like shit. What the fuck? Well, I just did some more research, and apparently the olive oil fridge trick is an extremely unreliable internet myth, and the most reliable household way to test olive oil fraud is to just smell and eat spoonsful of olive oil. Fuck. Apparently, a real olive oil should taste grassy, bitter, and pepper-like. Now, I already ate 1 spoon, and going by my initial reaction, what the I'm pretty sure that wasn't olive oil. Makes sense, since who in their right mind would trust a $5 plastic bottle of olive oil? Also, there was an entire row in the store of these plastic bottles, but with this weird residue in them at room temperature. I feel like the olive oil mafia is trying to smuggle unconceived spermatozoids. Well, here goes a medium-priced glass bottle. Honestly, that was much better, and I can taste the like peppery, bitter aftertaste. Of course, that wasn't a high bar to cross, since this one tasted like fermented horse sweat. But yeah, I do believe that this medium-priced glass bottle at least contains an acceptable degree of olive oil. Alright, this one is a premium bottle of olive oil, so 3rd time's the charm. This tastes exactly the same as the last one. Oh! You know what time it is? White tuna time, baby! Hopefully I won't get any diarrhea. Alright, now it's time for a product that has caused immense online outrage past few months and led to a ton of lawsuits. Oh, honey! No, not the browser extension scam, the product. Which is also a scam. Since raw honey is being sold to you as this healthy superfood, because it is, but the problem, however, being that many common store-sold honey brands, claiming to be raw honey, are really just filtered blends diluted with corn syrup. Luckily, you can fairly easily spot real raw honey if it crystallizes, is cloudy, and hardens over time, instead of staying clear and fluid. And if a yellow bear wearing a red shirt starts beating you up over it, it's most likely raw honey. I had to kill one and his tiny pink friend with an anxiety disorder just to take this little jar from his cold, dead claws. And when scooping from both, you can instantly see and taste the difference. See, one, tastes like honey. And the other, tastes like diabetes. Alright, I think I've ruined my stomach enough for one day. Let's wait for this potentially ticking white tuna time bomb to digest and continue tomorrow. Now, the next day, after first finishing my 3rd bowl of alleged white tuna, I invited over my girlfriend for the next fake food product.
Hey.
Now, you know that I can't stand Parmesan cheese. I tried. I know that you love Parmesan cheese. Well, how would you feel if I told you that your entire life, your passionate love for this cheese might have been a lie?
I'd be mad and sad.
Would you be mad at me?
No.
Okay, then yeah, they've been lying to you your entire life. I can see that you're devastated. See, while sometimes full pieces of Parmigiano Reggiano are being faked for profit since it's an expensive cheese to make in the province of Parma, Italy, and has to be aged for at least 12 months through culturally protected process by the legendary Italian cheese masters. I'm not exaggerating, they are literally called cheese masters. Grated bagged Parmesan and Parmesan shakers are almost always faked and being diluted with cheap wood pulp amongst other cheaper cheeses. Even if a company's labels claim otherwise. Some, like Castel's Cheese's 100% real Parmesan cheese, didn't even contain any parm. Parm being hip slang for Parmesan. And instead it was just a mix of wood pulp and cheaper cheeses such as white cheddar, Swiss and mozzarella, all to scam money from the American people with the false promise of enjoying authentic Italian cuisine. Castle Cheese did get a visit from the FDA, and with a potential $100,000 in fines and a 1-year prison sentence, their CEO definitely ended up in a cheesy situation. I said their CEO ended up in a cheesy situation.
I heard you the first time.
Well, I want you to taste test these two store-bought Parmesan cheeses. One being completely pre-grated from a bag of Parmesan cheese, and the other being from a verifiable piece of Parmigiano Reggiano with the verifiable logo, which if you see that on the package, look out for it, because that means you're likely getting the real deal and are not getting scammed for once.
Can I now taste the cheese?
Yeah. Yes! Okay, so now you can taste both cheeses, and then after you're done, you can just let me know which one you preferred the most.
This one.
But you already tasted.
I love cheese.
Yeah, you do love cheese. Wait, which plate is?
This one.
That is the surprise, surprise, verifiable Parmesan cheese, not the pre-grated. What was the flavor difference? And what about the other one actually?
So this one is pretty bland, and it doesn't really have texture like this one does have. It's salty, it's very nice.
As she was telling me all about her love for Parmesan cheese, that I'm pretty sure goes deeper than her love for me, disaster struck. A potentially mislabeled white tuna disaster. I'm sorry, I gotta go take a I gotta go take a shit. I'm so sorry. Jesus. Oh my god, why did I eat so much white tuna? Or well, I guess maybe there really was some escalar in there. My new home. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The diluted, overpriced vegetable oils disguised as olive oil scam I can live with. Scamming me with most pulverized ground and grated foods? Sure, I'll just buy the non-ground and non-grated versions. Hell, even lying to my girlfriend her entire life about Parmesan cheese I can handle. But selling me a stomach disease in a form of expensive white tuna is not cool, man. Not cool. Which, apparently the safest play is to just buy light tuna. I also wanted to taste test fake versus real soy sauce, but I think that would completely remove the last bit of control I currently have over my body. Just know that amongst many other products that I didn't even buy, it's a common subject of food fraud. In the end, I learned that with essential foods, just as with most other products in life, don't just trust what advertisements or labels tell you. Just because we need these products to survive, doesn't mean companies won't try to exploit you over them. So make sure you research your favorite food brands thoroughly, because if you don't, there's a big chance you'll get scammed. Like me. And end up spending an entire day on the toilet because of it. But in the end, it was all worth it, because through this video, I could buy part of my groceries as a tax write-off.